Hello, and welcome to the podcast where we explore practical, science-backed ways to keep your vineyard thriving. I'm Tiffany McCoy, and today we're diving into how climate-smart approaches like cover crops, soil management, and water-smart practices can help vineyards survive and flourish in a changing climate. Imagine your vineyard like a fine wine, delicate, resilient, full of character. But what happens when the climate becomes too hot, too dry, or too unpredictable? Did you know vineyards adopting climate-smart practices not only conserve water and improve soil health, but also protect grape quality and tradition while helping the planet? California vineyards face hotter summers, unpredictable rainfall, and soil degradation. These stresses affect yields, grape quality, and long-term profitability. And it's not just here. From France to Chile to Australia, wine regions worldwide are under pressure from climate change. Locally, this threatens your vines and bottom line. Globally, it puts the future of winemaking at risk. Science shows that climate-smart practices can turn these challenges into opportunities. Planting cover crops between vine rows improves soil structure and moisture retention, like turning dry ground into a sponge instead of a cracked towel. These crops also add nitrogen back into the soil, feeding both vines and soil microbes. Adjusting irrigation and adopting conservation techniques further and strengthen resilience to drought and heat. In Napa Valley, vineyard owner Christina Lopez began experimenting with planting clover and vetch between her vine rows. Within a season, she saw clear improvements. Soil health increased, water retention went up, and her grapes developed a more consistent taste. Her experience shows how practical, science-backed practices can make a real difference in vineyard management. Christina stated this to the wine enthusiast. A lot of eyes are on us, especially when they drive by and see a jungle of cover crops as opposed to nicely clean tilled rows. People are waiting for us guinea pigs to figure it out, she explains, crediting Lane's Twins Family Winery and Vineyards for pursuing such techniques as a much larger scale. And this isn't just happening in California. In Latin America, climate-smart villages are transforming agriculture in small communities. In Colombia, for example, farmers are combining improved irrigation, drought-resistant crops, and agroforestry systems. These villages are restoring degraded soil and boosting resilience to climate shocks. While their crops may differ from vineyards, the lesson is the same. Collaboration, soil health, and smart water use can protect agriculture from climate extremes. This was paraphrased from Science Direct. I know making changes in your vineyard can feel risky, especially when profits are tight and traditions run deep. But Christina's story and global examples show that starting small doesn't mean losing out. It means building resilience for the long run. So what can you do to make your vineyard climate smart? Adopt one practice today. Plant cover crops, monitor soil health, or optimize irrigation. 2. Experiment and learn. Start small, observe results, then expand. 3. Think like a climate-smart community. Share knowledge with neighbors, seek advice from local extension services, and collaborate to build resilience. These practices restore balance to the carbon, nitrogen, and water cycles, the very systems vineyards rely on. Human activities like over-irrigation, heavy chemical use, and tillage have disrupted these cycles, but climate-smart solutions help bring them back into line. In fact, they align with broader planetary boundaries framework, ensuring we farm in ways that sustain both people and the planet. Climate change is real, and every season of delay makes vineyards more vulnerable. But so is the power of action. By adopting climate-smart approaches, you're not just protecting your vineyard, you're contributing to a stronger, more resilient agricultural system. Take that first step today and join the growing community of vineyard owners leading the way towards sustainable, future-ready farming. Science-backed practices work in the field, and you don't have to wait for perfection to start. Cover crops, soil management, and water-smart practices are small steps that create big impact. Thanks for listening, and let's grow smarter together. References used for this podcast. First reference is Kettmann, M. from 2024. Title is California Winemaking is at a Dangerous Crossroads. Here's how vintners are responding. Written in the Wine Enthusiast. Website www.wineenthusiast.com/culture/California-winemaking-crisis/. Second reference, written by Lobo Guerrero, Boschel, Leon, Martinez Baron, Geraldo, Bahia, Diaz, and Cox. Written in 2018, titled Bridging the Gap Between Climate Science and Farmers in Colombia. Written in the article Science Direct, off the issue Climate Risk Management, Volume 22, pages 67 to 81. Website www.sciencedirects.com/science/PII/s2212096316300298